And where are you going to post it?
I will just send it. I'll send it to JP. Oh, I need more information though.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Send recording to JP. Okay. And I might even be able to, let me see, stop video. Breakout rooms, let me see, share screen. No. I was trying to see if I had that. I think there's a function, choose virtual, no. Can't find it. Thought we had something where we could actually put up text and stuff like that, but I'm not seeing that now. So. We have.
I can help you with that.
Ready? Well, Wendy, let's go ahead and get started here. Since we do have a few people here. Hopefully, you'll be able to hear me. And who else do we have here? We have. I don't want to mess up the name. So is that? Okay.
I don't want to mess it up either.
How do you pronounce your name?
I know. Come on, show us your face.
Yep.
Are you talking to me or who?
Yeah.
I believe we are. Hey, how do you pronounce your name?
My name's Paulo Raganis.
Paulo. Okay, that is very cool.
Welcome.
Very cool. Welcome.
Thank you.
So.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
No, just here to listen. Here to listen to me ramble.
All right.
How about you, Megan? You have any questions?
I do have like one about appealing for money, because the financial aid that we kind of went off of is very different than like my personal income changed since the 2018 things. And I think, was it you I talked about the
I think so.
Okay, I think so. I cannot find the note that I wrote down how to do that again, so I was wondering if you'd like.
Okay. So if your financial situation, I'll just kind of broaden it a little bit, not geared to you, Megan, but if a student's financial situation changed from 2018 when you did the FAFSA using 2018 numbers, so you had all of 2019, a lot could have happened. You can email, or it's probably an appeal form, but I would also let financial aid know, especially now during the COVID. I think they may have dispersed all of the monies that they got to help students out with the COVID, during the COVID-19 pandemic, but definitely email them and let them know. And there is an appeal form. I'm going to try to go there right now to financial aid website and see if it says forms for 2021. Why is it saying my connection is not fully secure? That's odd. Back to safety. We're going back to safety. It would be under those forms 2021 on the financial aid website. I don't know if you can get there.
Yeah, wait, on site.
So weird.
Wait, is it, the link is UConn Financial Aid?
Financialaid.uconn.edu.
Good website to know for the other two.
Yeah.
Good resource. So just to introduce what's happening right now to JP and Paulo. My name is Randall Patterson. I'm Director of Student Activities at UConn Avery Point. And this is Wendy. And I pronounce your name wrong. Major, okay.
It sounds like Major. It looks complicated, but it's not.
Hold on, Megan. We'll come back to you.
I know.
So what we're going to be doing tonight is we will be going through, if you have questions about anything dealing with anything money related to UConn, your education, that's what we're kind of going through talking about tonight. Wendy will go on and tell us some more stuff about, you know, the basic processes, the days that things are due, as well as some of the other opportunities you have for putting money on your ID and so on and so forth. We do have a returning student with us, guys. Megan, would you like to introduce yourself, actually?
Okay. I'm Megan Samazik.
And
Oh, sorry. My major is marine biology, and then I'm in ASG, and that's why Randall talks to me like that. Kidding.
that's why I give her a hard time. She is one of our members of the student government. ASG is Associated Student Government.
Oh yeah.
And they will be looking for some new people to get involved. So
Definitely join. We need people.
there we go. So, Megan, did you have a follow-up question for Wendy?
Yeah. I don't know if it's the 3 different browsers I tried, but it's not showing up. It's saying the site can't be reached.
Huh. That's strange.
I
So I will
tried-
get back to you then on that.
Yeah.
But that's where you're going to look for it.
Yeah, I tried Chrome, like the Fox, Firefox, and the like not Microsoft.
Internet Explorer,
Yes, that.
IE. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if anybody in the Wyndham area, I know we just lost JP.
He's going to try to reconnect. So
Oh, okay. I don't know if they're getting storms right now too. I was watching the weather thinking I'm going to lose power on this thing as well. So hopefully that's not the case, but that's strange that the website's having some issues. I know I just got a message. My internet was weak too. So hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yeah,
Megan, I just sent you the link to it because I pulled it up on mine. So I sent you the link to it to get to it. So
you emailed it.
yeah, I just emailed it. So go to your email and check that out. While you're doing that, we will talk to, looks like JP is trying to get back on here again.
Yeah. So
Could be what JP is connecting to audio. Uh-oh, we're getting there.
yay.
Maybe not connect to audio.
So-
So
Well,
yeah, there could
well,
be some weather issues. Who knows?
Yeah. So I'm just going to get to some quick bullet points here on things to do for your fee bills that are everybody has access to in student admin. The first major thing is waiving the health insurance if you have health insurance. I don't know if you've been on there and saw the $1,153 health insurance charge. If you have health insurance, you can waive that. The deadline to do that is September 15th. It's not appealable after that. The insurance is paid for. So if you have your own insurance, don't wait till the 15th of September. Do it right now and complete the waiver. You'll have to put in your group number, whatever your insurance is. If you have Husky, it's Medicaid CT. That's the one you're going to choose. It blocks out the group number. So just do that ASAP. And while you're in there, you're going to go to student admin under the finances section, permissions and requests. That's where you're going to find the health insurance waiver. And then the second one is the Title IV waiver, another important one, because that will allow your financial aid to pay for the fees on your fee bill, not just the tuition. If you accept it, you do the master promissory note and the entrance counseling, and you think your fee bill's all set, it's covered your bill, you'll still get a bill at the end after August 21st when the due date is. There'll be late fees on it because you'll get a refund. You'll think, oh, I don't owe anything because I got a refund. Not true. If you don't do the Title IV waiver, you're going to have the fees left on your fee bill to pay, and it could incur another $150 late fee. So definitely do the Title IV waiver and the health insurance if you have health insurance coverage. If you take anything away from tonight, take those two things. Those are the important ones.
Now, while Wendy's taking a breath, you can also, if you have questions, you can always put it up on the chat function. You can put it on just a regular chat, or you can do a direct question to Wendy, and she will answer that. So you can do a private message to her with questions, or you can put it up in just the overall chat. So definitely feel free to ask anything. If you have a question, there's a good chance everybody's got the same question. So no dumb questions. We definitely want you to walk away having a good feeling for what's going on. So, Megan, did that work? Did you get that link and be able to get on?
Yeah, it worked from my phone, so maybe I'll just do it like from my phone.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So what I was saying was there's an appeal for increased cost of attendance. That's one, I think you can try to put an explanation in there saying that whatever your situation is. It may just be go ahead.
Oh, should I do that one? Or I was reading like all three things, and special circumstances says, oh wait, JK, I think I read that wrong.
I'm gonna try. No, it won't let me through. Let's see. That is so strange. Just an email to financial aid with your student ID number in the subject line explaining this, the circumstance will suffice. You don't need a formal form.
Okay, so I should or shouldn't fill out the form?
If it doesn't seem like it's the right one, like the increased cost of attendance could be for rent. I think it's pretty specific on there. I wish I could see it right now.
Yeah, because each one kind of doesn't have the yeah, like all three of them don't kind of
Seem like
talk
they
about
fit.
like
Yeah.
okay, so email them instead.
Yeah, I would just email them.
Okay.
And they'll be able to send you the form or whatever. If they have a form, you may not even need it.
Okay.
Just reach out to them and let them know your circumstances have changed.
Cool.
No guarantees, but it's worth a try.
Yeah.
You can just remember you can send an email to Wendy at any times with other questions if you have them, you know.
And I'm available to meet one-on-one through the WebEx. If you go to Nexus, you can make an appointment. I have all my appointments available, times available when I'm waiting at my computer. I'll try to put some evening ones on there too next week. Megan's asking, is scholarships are only once a year? I say all year round, look for scholarships. I said Megan because you put to everyone, so everyone could see it.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if I was supposed to say it. So.
Either way, it's fine.
Okay.
So always look for scholarships. There's lots of money out there. People donate it to help college students. It has to be used. They want to give it away. They just need students to apply for it.
Okay, and
the internet.
Oh, are those just like general ones or like UConn ones? Because I mean, at least I'm just like thinking, I guess, outside of the box. Because, you know, I applied for the Avery Point ones and didn't.
Yeah, just always apply. We give out like 15 Avery Point gives out 15 scholarships, and then there's others outside of that.
And
Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut.
Yeah, and I know I was telling you about those like the email extensions I was getting, and you said that you didn't send them out. So one of my friends was getting my friends were getting them as well. So like I couldn't find any of mine, but I was gonna ask one of them if they can forward it to me so I can forward it to you. But like we were all getting that they were extended like an extra month because of COVID.
Really? I'm just curious where they were coming from.
Yeah.
It's like, and
Be
then
careful.
I got my stuff like in before that, but I was like, huh. And then I could have sworn I saw it on some social media, and I thought I was like maybe going crazy then. But then I asked Kinley, and she saw it too.
Wow.
On one of the Avery Point things.
And
that scholarships were being so that's why like when I got the letter, it was just kind of weird because it was like, you know, we got too many people to give money to, but then my friend was like, well, then that's kind of weird if they kept extending it then. And then that's how I knew that she saw it too.
Yeah, I'm sorry that was confusing. It never extended because it was due right before we left campus.
Yeah, no, like I got mine in like no problem, but that's the part that was kind of confusing me. How they said that they got too much.
Yeah, we'll look into it. If you can look back at some of yours, if you find it, go ahead and forward it to us. So we have JP now that is actually, he was able to log back in and now can hear us and see us. So that is great.
Excellent.
And what Megan is talking about is actually Avery Point has scholarships that we put out advertisements for those starting when? Is that usually in like November maybe that we start advertising?
In October, I did a workshop on how, to prepare for it, get like an essay prompt ready. But definitely by October, November. The due dates are anywhere from February to April, May for certain scholarships. The one for Avery Point is due 2 weeks into March, usually is the deadline. Okay. So it requires an essay and 2 letters of recommendation from faculty, staff, or advisors. One has to be definitely UConn. You can get an outside one, but it has to be within a year of the application. So I say to the students, get to know your professors. Randall had a good point. Showing your face on meetings like this is good, so the teacher gets to know you a little bit better, so they can write you a letter of recommendation at the end of your first semester, because that's when you're going to be asking for them, because they'll be due, by March, mid-spring semester. The Avery Point scholarships are found on the, I want to say, Avery Point website. It'll be front and center on the Avery Point website. Sorry about that. The application will be there. Lindsay posts it for me every year. I'll be, if you guys are on campus, I'll be putting them around campus. The other ones, the outside ones, outside of Avery Point, Google, be careful. Don't ever pay for a scholarship application. They should be free. So just be careful, but Google something that you're interested in, horses or whatever. Look for the ones that are hard to find, because less people are going to apply to those. So I'll put in the notes, Eastern Connecticut, Community Foundation of Eastern Connecticut is a good one. And then there's, oh, it's lost me now. I have people driving up my driveway. There's another one. There's so many towns, though. You have to come from one of those towns. But it's another one that it's one application, and it goes for a lot of scholarships. So you do the application one time, and it goes in. Also, Charter Oak Federal Credit Union gives out $2,000 scholarships, lots of them. I think they had some goal. I forget what the amount was, but it was like $70,000 they gave out for the state. Some are as close as going to Dairy Queen or Walmart, or if you know somebody who works at one of those places, they give out to their families. It's everywhere you go, just be thinking free money. Somebody, wants to donate.
Your employers will have ones, associations that you're connected to, parents, guardians, their workplaces of business. There's a lot of them out there that are never claimed, are never applied for, because people don't know about them, they're not well advertised, or it's a scholarship that, even if it sometimes isn't quite fitting you, still apply. They might not have anybody else that's qualified either for what they're looking for, but they're willing to give the money, so they'll look at, just try to tailor whatever you do and whatever you have to do for them to what the scholarship is. Scholarships, you can pay for your entire education if you put in the work, because the money's out there. People are wanting to give it out. It's good tax write-offs for businesses, and they want to do the right thing with it. So the money's there if you put in the work. It's going to take work, and but it can definitely pay off in the end. So look into that. We will have ours posted. You will also see it if you follow us, JP, on social media. That's where we post a lot of stuff. So the Instagram, the Avery Point Instagram, Facebook, that's where we will post a lot of stuff, especially that kind of information. Check your emails. That's where you get so much information from the university. That is the number one mode of communication for the university, is the email. So always check that. You're going to end up, as the semester gets rolling, you're going to get what feels like you're getting spammed. You feel like you get a lot of emails. In all reality, when you get out in the real world, and I get 80 to 100 a day, the 15 to 20 that you get during a day as a student is really nothing. So just get in the habit of going through, looking through them, because a lot of times that kind of stuff will get overlooked as far as scholarships and stuff like that. And then when you think about it, if everybody overlooks it, better chance you might be able to get it. So,
and I will email everyone the application individually. Every undergrad student will get the application in an email and a listserv.
Yeah. So, great opportunity. So, let's see
And
what else.
volunteer. I would just want to say, if you volunteer, it looks good on your, you have something to write about. You're going to meet people, network through the volunteer. And I know Avery Point asks for a list of, hi Trudy. Every Point asks for a list of activities that you've done or volunteering. So that's where you're going to find it. Just got a scholarship in the other day for someone from a garden club. So obviously they love gardening and they're getting money to go to school from gardening or, you know, joining a club and helping out.
That's cool. Now we got to get them involved in the gardening club. So
yeah,
perfect fit. Nice. So we've talked a little bit about scholarships. We've talked about a little bit about the fee bill. With our fees, when are those going to be due this year, Wendy?
The fee bills are due August 28th instead of the August 1st due date. They bumped it up a month. There's no reason to wait. If you've got your financial aid, accept it, do the master promissory note and entrance counseling. It should show up on your fee bill once you've done all of that. Make sure you have a negative credit balance or zero balance. If there's any balance after day 10, you will get late fees on there. The first one is $150, and then after August 28th, sorry, is $150. And then again after day 10, if it's still not paid, it's another $150. You could do a lot with $300. Don't pay late fees. Talk to me now if it's not showing up, your financial aid isn't on your fee bill. Talk to me now. So if you have verification, you check your emails. You can see it's in red in your student admin under financial aid. If it says documents required and there's a red thing on there, definitely click on that. They'll send you financial aid. Will send you the forms that you need to fill out. It's just a matter of uploading them to them and then processing them. I can tell you it takes over 10 days for them to answer a fax, or it's now done through submit documents on their website. There's no faxing involved. It securely goes right to them on their website under submit documents. So take care of that stuff and then enjoy the summer. Just get rid of the health insurance, do the waiver, the Title IV waiver. Make sure your fee bill is all set so you don't pay late fees.
Very important, very important. You want to make sure that you keep on top of that stuff. That way, if you have any issues with it, you can get it resolved before you hit that point of being late fees. And just knowing that if you don't get that insurance waived by the deadline, there's no way for us to pull that off. That is an outside company that the university pays the money to, so you definitely have to get that waived if you have insurance. If you don't have insurance, then it's a good deal for insurance. So if you don't have insurance, that is a good deal to get insurance. Also, let's talk a little bit about the other financial things that are on campus as far as putting money on your One Card. So your student ID, have both of you uploaded your photo to this for your student ID? JP, yes?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so you want to go ahead and do that. You want to make sure that you upload your photo to the onecard.uconn.edu. That way, they will send you your student ID. And once you get your ID, you can actually put money on your ID. There's a couple different ways you're going to do that. One of them is you're doing it through the One Card office. You're going to put some money on there for when you need to do some copy, like making copies, printing stuff off on campus. It's 10 cents a copy. So you can put $20 on there and you're probably fine for the semester for the year with $20. The other money that you can put onto your student ID is for our dining services. our dining services, Mort's Grill, Mort's Grill, all right, Mac? Mort's Cafeteria. I don't know. What do we call it? Mort's?
Mort's
Call it
Cafe.
Mort's. Mort's is our on-campus dining facility. It's a small cafe-style dining facility with burgers, sandwiches, wings, really good pizza, ice cream, sodas, coffees, all that kind of stuff. So they have a meal plan that is a declining debit program. And when I say that, what I mean by that is you put money onto your card, and it's like a debit card. You just go in, you swipe it, and it takes the money off of it. The benefit of having that, putting your money on there, is you get 15% off of your purchase. So every time you buy something in there using your card with the money on it, you get 15% off. Also, when you're using your ID, it takes off the tax. So you don't pay sales tax either. So basically, it's taken off 21.75%, something like that, 21 point something. So it's taken that off of the cost of your meal. So it's a great way to have money. You put it on there. It goes onto your fee bill. So you can just pay it through the university system. It's a phone call. If you go to our webpage, the orientation webpage, there will be a resource guide. You do look at the resource guide. There will be a page in there that will tell you about the program, give you the phone number to contact dining services, and put your money on there. So I do recommend that if you're going to be on campus. It's a great way to, stay healthy, eat on campus. It's convenient. You can grab something on your way to class. You can, whatever you need, get a coffee. It's all right there for you. So, and Megan's saying it's good food. I wouldn't get my shape like this if I didn't. So,
I just want to say it is a savings if you remember to pay it within 10 days. So you can, I don't know if Randall said, putting $100 to start on your ID card by calling dining services and tell them that you want Mort's points for Avery Point. They'll put it right on your fee bill. Your financial aid will cover it if you do that Title IV waiver that says it will cover things other than tuition. It will be on your card. You just swipe your card at Mort's. However, you have 10 days to pay it. So once it is on your fee bill, it will come with a due date on the right-hand side of your fee bill. If you don't pay it by that date, it's a $150 late fee. So you're paying $250 for $100 worth of food, and there goes your discount. So just be mindful of that. It's a great thing, but just students would put it on there, would call, and then would come in and bring me a check. You can do the same thing on your cell phone, go on your bank account, the student admin, and pay it immediately once you call them.
Great way to do that. So when and how do we get our ID? So you will be mailed your ID. Once you go in, you upload your photo. They will probably be sending those out in August at some point. So those will be mailed right to your house. Usually you would have to go pick it up at the library, but due to the COVID situation, they are mailing those directly to students. So just make sure you go on there. You can upload any photo you want. You need to have, certain size of your head and stuff like that, just like you would with a driver's license or something. And you're able to upload that so you can pick the best photo you want. You're going to be using it for 4, 5, 6 years. Who knows? So definitely pick out a good picture, and it's simple process. Just got to do it. So good question, though.
I do have another thing. We talked about fee bills, late fees and all that. Talk about the other way. If you have a refund, which hopefully you don't get too big of a refund because you don't want to borrow more than you need. But if you do get a refund, you could sign up for direct deposit. The refund will go right into your bank account like immediately after day 10 when they finalize your classes, your schedule, and your fee bill becomes solid. Whatever is left over for financial aid will get refunded. If it's from a parent loan, it will get mailed home to a check, whatever the address is on your student admin, made out to the parent. But if it's a student loan, it can be direct deposited same day in your bank account. And that is in your student admin as well. I believe there's a button that says, or it's under the finances tab that says direct deposit, enroll in direct deposit. While you're enrolling, there also is a payment plan. Do want to mention that. If you do owe after your financial aid has credited your fee bill, then you can pay for it in 4 payments. The payment plan has an enrollment fee of $100. It gets put onto your fee bill, divided into 4 equal payments, and they're now due August 1st, September, October, November 1st. It's a month later than it normally is. Normally it starts July 1st, but due to COVID, they've extended it. So you have August, September, October, and November to pay the balance on your fee bill. Equal payments, and it's only 4 payments. And it's $100 to enroll. So that should take care of the fee bill, I think. Unless anybody has any other questions.
Any other questions at this point? Anybody?
We did, oh, FERPA.
ERPA. There's an important.
Yeah, it's an important one. I hear from a lot of parents, either voicemails or emails, wanting to ask questions. Students are sharing their fee bills with their parents, and then they have questions, but I cannot talk to anyone unless you give me permission. It's the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. If you do want me to speak to anybody else, speak to or have anybody access your student admin, you can go to ferpa.uconn.edu. There's 3 different permissions you can give. One is talk to someone. You're going to share a PIN code, a 4-digit PIN code that I or financial aid or anybody at the university is going to ask for if they call on your behalf. You can give them delegate access where they can view your student admin, or you can give them authorized user access that allows them to sign into your student admin and make payments if you're lucky. So 3 different types of permission, and you can pick the permissions. It can just be academics and not financial. It could be financial and not academics, and there's a bunch of other choices in there. So you choose, share the PIN number with parent, whoever you want to share the information with, and then for the authorized user or the delegate access, they're going to get an email, and they have to follow the link in the email to make their own username and password. So they're not just going to be signing on with your username and password. They'll have their own. And if anybody has any questions on that, they can let me know or go to ferpa.uconn.edu. And the FERPA, does it have to be redone every year? That is a good question. I don't think it does.
Trudy,
If I
you know
could
that one?
get online. You don't think so, Randall?
No, you don't have to change it until you want to change it. So anytime you want to change your authorization, you can go in and switch it up. So, but it's not a requirement to do any of that. You do that when you want to change it.
Okay.
Good question. Good question.
Yeah.
Now, how about the health insurance? Do you have to do that every semester?
The health insurance is the academic year. The student SF agreement, student financial agreement, I'm drawing a blank. The SF agreement is every semester. And that is the one stating that you have a fee bill and you have to pay it. It's a financial agreement that you're signing. So that is every semester when you get your fee bill.
Now, Wendy, I know there's a little trick to remembering when e-bills are due. What is that? Do you remember?
Well, it is the little UConn Nation logo behind Randall, yes.
My hand's got
The
it.
university, university was, there you go, Vanna. It was founded in 1881. So I usually tell the students during orientation that you can remember when the fee bills are due, because the 1/8 is January 8th and the 8/1 is August 1st. So 1881, you remember when UConn was founded, there's no reason to be late paying your fee bills. August 1st was the due date, but due to COVID, they've allowed you to pay up until August 28th. So don't be confused. So far, we're still on board for January 8th as the spring bills will be due, and they should come out around Thanksgiving.
So now, the other thing that we need to talk about is there's one other cost that ends up, or a couple other costs that ends up coming up with during the school year and during the year. One is parking. If you're going to be on campus taking classes where you have to be on campus, there is a parking fee. What you need to do is go to parking.uconn. Is it parking or park? Park.uconn.edu. So park.uconn.edu. And that's where you sign up for your parking pass. And you actually pay for it there as well. That one is completely separate from any of the others that go through the fee bill thing. It is a separate cost. So if you're driving to campus and you need to get a parking pass, go to park.uconn.edu and do that. They are very good about coming onto campus and ticketing cars that are missing their parking pass. So it's not working. Oh, great. That's what happens. Students get on top of stuff. How long ago did you try that, JP? Because I'm wondering if there was a glitch or what the deal was. We tried the parking a week or so. Huh. Okay, and what do you got? Recommended I was not eligible for parking. Megan, what do you mean by that? You were not eligible for parking.
No, I was talking about the scholarship thing. I'm not from any of those towns.
Oh, what was the other one called? American something?
Whatever the eastern one is, like, I'm not that way. I'm more south, I think.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look at that one.
There's probably some in your community. That was just an example of one that happens to be.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if you knew any other ones.
I'll send you some.
Yeah, so yeah, just send Wendy an email about that, and she can probably get you some.
Okay, but then also for parking, so like, how is that gonna work if you like is it gonna be the same price as it was last time if you like? I literally have to go once a week.
We don't know.
So, like,
That's a good one to go online and research a little bit, and if you have to, send them an email.
I'm like, if so,
you could honestly do the park by the meter type thing, I guess. Parking.
Pay by phone. There's a few meter things, or
I don't know.
Not sure. I don't know if there's unlimited tickets you can get before they. I don't know what that entails, but
yeah, I don't either.
I have a feeling they just haven't come up with a plan yet for that. To tell you
okay.
Because so many things are still being developed. Watch the Reopen website, the reopen.uconn.edu website. That's where all departments are throwing up what they plan to do in the fall. So I would watch that and then and see what the plan is. And ultimately, I think what Wendy and Randall were saying about the parking meters, that's the other way around it. If you're going to go in for once a week, it might be cheaper just to pay by the hour than to buy the parking pass.
Do you know how much it is an hour?
No, I don't know that.
Okay, because like a few people are asking that because like if we have to pay like the same amount as it was, like that wasn't a bad price for if you're going every day, but then if you
So okay. I would say as Trudy said, you just want to keep an eye on the website, and that's probably JP. That's probably why you were having trouble getting in. Is they might be trying to figure all this stuff out, and the site is just down as they're trying to figure it out and get it upgrade or figured out. But yes, if you're on campus parking, generally in a normal semester, yes, there is a fee for parking on campus. It's everybody on campus, faculty, staff, students. We all are paying a parking fee to park on campus. So yes, there is a cost that entails with that. But I'm guessing my gut feeling is they're trying to figure something out with that, is how many credits, how often you're on campus, all that kind of good stuff. That's way above my pay grade, and probably everybody's here.
And I think the other part of that is, I've made a note of it because I think that that's a really good question. We need to push to find the answer to that question. We need to find the answer to that question soon because we know that they're going to start ticketing in mid-August. So in 3 weeks, they're going to start ticketing if you don't have a permit to park on campus. So we need to know, is there some sort of a scale for students who are only going to be there once or twice a week? So we'll have to just watch for it. I'm sorry we don't have the answer for you.
And we have there's a student parking lot, and that's where your lot is at. So when you come onto campus, have you guys been on campus, JP? Oh, have you guys had a chance to go on campus? Just curious. You there? Yes, we've been there. Okay. So JP, when you come onto campus, there's a parking lot on your right. It's the biggest parking lot we have on campus. That is the student parking lot. So it is a pull in, find yourself a spot. There's no reserve parking as far as individual parking spots, except for the director. Everybody else is kind of in certain lots. Your lot is the one right on the right as you come in. So that is where the student parking lot is. You'll be able to see the academic building and everything right from there. So very close walk. What if we need to use the handicap parking permit? So if you have a handicap parking permit, you would be using that at any of the handicap spots on campus. So there are probably better spots for you to park. If you're needing to better access into the building, probably up by the library or the Branford House is where the two closest spots would be to getting into the house or into any of the buildings. So definitely there are spots for you to be able to park, yeah. And those are not permitted as far as where you're, if you're a faculty, staff, or a student. Those kind of parking spots are open to the people who need those.
With a UConn student parking pass, still though.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm asking. I
Oh,
believe so. I think
that
we
one I
ran.
don't know. Judy, you know that one?
I'm sorry, I was reading the parking website. What was the question?
Okay. If you were using if you need to use a handicap parking permit, you also need to have, Wendy is asking, do you need to have the student, it's a student using it, do they need to have the student parking pass as well?
I know.
Yes.
I thought it came up when.
They're two different things, right? You're paying for the privilege of parking on campus with your parking permit, and you're getting the handicap sticker from the state, not from UConn, to park in one of the accessible parking spots.
That makes sense.
Yes, and it would be the same kind. It would be the same kind. So, cool.
So I looked at the parking website, and JP is right that it's not open. That was JP who said that, right?
Yes, yes.
And the notice on it just says it's not ready. They're hoping to have it up by the beginning of August. So give it a week or so.
Yeah.
Also, that page that you go to register for your parking permit, you're going to go to it. It says Avery Point students. You're going to link to it, and then it's going to start talking about Hartford parking and Stanford parking and Storrs parking, and say nothing about Avery Point parking. It's very confusing. So you just have to ignore all that and drop all the way down to the end of that website and click on the link to get the parking pass. Because even though Avery Point isn't mentioned, that is the correct place to go for the application.
We probably need to get that fixed, huh? We've had that issue, I think.
We've asked them to fix that. They're not fixing it.
So, okay, so it looks like we got JP's question answered. Great, I'm glad we got that. Where was I at? I was talking about something else. Oh, we talked about the food, talked about the dining. We talked about the Husky Bucks, free dining. Okay. Talked about parking. Pretty good.
I did the FERPA.
Did
And
the
the waivers.
FERPA. We did the waivers. I think you could say that one a couple more times. Make sure you do your waivers.
No, gotta throw that in there.
You know that you can change and update, move around your preferences for FERPA. But that is definitely a good one to do because we will be getting the calls probably from parents and stuff like that. So have that talk. The late fees, you did not want to incur any late fees. That's an important one.
And if you have a balance due, you're going to have a bursar hold, which will prevent you from changing your classes in the first 10 days of the semester, which is the add drop period. So you won't be stuck. You'll be able to drop classes, but you won't be able to add them. So be careful if you owe a balance and you drop a class, you won't get those credits back. And if you fall below the 12 credit minimum, it'll affect your financial aid. So paying the balance is key. Working out a payment plan, just communicating. If you're stuck, just reach out. It's better than to lose your financial aid just because you didn't want to ask a question or having trouble in a class or want to switch your classes. So definitely watch for that in the first 10 days.
Now, do either of you have any kind of questions and stuff that we might have missed? We've talked about the scholarships as well. Anything else that is popping to your mind? It can even be outside of the financial realm. While you have this kind of audience, there's 3 of us here, and Megan has some knowledge as well as a returning student. So if we can answer anything for you, we would be happy to. So if there is anything either of you have, I'm hoping both of you have already gone through the whole process and registered for your classes. Have we done that?
Yeah, I did mine a while back, and I cleared a lot of my holds, so I'm good on that aspect.
Super. Like to hear your voice too.
Thank you.
Part of this week's kind of yes and yes. Okay, so JP has done his too. That's good. You guys are ahead of the curve, or I should say right on top of the curve. That's great. Anything else that you're wondering about? Wendy's got something else. What do we got, Wendy?
Student jobs on campus. Believe it or not, we have lots of jobs posted. It may change, but for now they're available. Lots of administrative jobs, tutoring jobs, athletic jobs, office work. So you would find those jobs at studentjobs.uconn.edu. Click on regional campus. If you have work study, there's work study jobs only, but you're not, you could take a student labor job too. Some departments can only hire work study because we don't have a budget to pay a student, but if you have work study, we can hire you. So those are the only difference between that is who's paying you, but there are jobs listed there now. So if you're interested, check that out. Megan asked if there may be more jobs going up in the next few weeks. I know they should be going up in August, I would say, the latest. I already have some students that are already returning students coming back that we're going to be putting on, but there are available jobs listed on that website.
Super. Let's see, any others? So any other questions, comments? Did we get everything? Are you all knowing now? We're going to let you guys start running these things. I hope you know what's going on. So when we come back, when we get into session, make sure you come out, you get involved, you meet everybody. If you have any questions at any point in time, do not hesitate whatsoever to contact Wendy, Trudy, myself, Megan. Contact Megan. Ask her questions. See, I just woke her up there. So ask questions. Don't ever go without something, don't be afraid to ask. There's never a dumb question. There's always someone there that's wanting to work with you and wanting to help you, and we want you to be successful, and financially successful is a big part of college. So we definitely want to be there for you. All of us are just an email away, and if we need to set up a face-to-face or a face-to-name or whatever to answer questions, all of us are up for doing that. We're definitely willing to engage and help you out however you might need to. So please do not hesitate. And I don't want to keep anybody and keep this going longer than we need to. So if, in appreciation of your time, if you don't have any other questions, I think we've given out every bit of information we know right now. So any other questions?
Virtual appointments can be made in Nexus. I don't know if everybody's familiar with the nexus.uconn.edu, but you can look up any of us there. Randall, maybe not Randall. Trudy and I are in there, I believe. Trudy, maybe it's just me and the advisors, but if you go in there,
I don't have any appointments yet, available. I'll be using it again.
Yeah, so nexus.uconn.edu, you can look me up that way or email me. It's in my signature. My schedule is in my signature. If you click on the link, it brings you right to my availability. So you can use that. It's a WebEx meeting. We can share screens. We can take care of anything, any questions that you got. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Yeah. JP, do you still need me to send you the recording since you were able to get in? I don't think you missed anything really. Please? Okay. We can do that. So once it finishes downloading, I will send that off to you. And I appreciate it. I appreciate your time and coming in and joining us. And again, just contact us if you need anything. If not, we will see you in the upcoming weeks. Next week, we have the virtual tour right back here, where you'll be able to have a guided tour around campus with one of our Husky ambassadors, and Hannah will be leading you around campus, talking to you and giving you a nice little presentation. Also, the following week, I believe I am going to be speaking to you about organizations, activities on campus, and then we have Trudy that will be engaging with parents. So if you have a parent, a guardian that would like to, that has questions, we know they do, and you don't want to have to try to find the answer for them, they can actually log in with you, and you could probably even leave them there by themselves without you and let them just ask questions. So great opportunity for them. So if that is nothing further, looking around screen, anybody, questions, anything? We will adjourn and move on and have a good weekend.
Thanks, you too. Good night.
Yep.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.